Hello, everyone. It's the second day of the New Testament in a year, or the Bible in a year if you're doing that. And if Mike and I look a little bit tired, it's because we're recording this after the evening of the meeting of day 3 of Momentum. So we're about to enter tomorrow morning, our 24th day of festivals. He normally looks like that anyway, but I just thought I'd say that as an explanation. And today we read about, in Matthew chapter 2, the visit of the Magi to Jesus. One of the things that I love about the Magi is that they're clearly really learned men. So they're people that they were obviously schooled in astronomy, and you can assume that they were some of the most learned people of their day. And we know many people today that are very smart, very intelligent. Maybe they're very good at science, or they're very good at philosophy, or they're very good at something else. But what you see with the Magi is, even though they followed a star to find Jesus, the star could only get them so far, and then they had to turn elsewhere. They had to turn to the scripture. So they come and they ask their question, look, we've been following this star, but where is the one who's going to be born King of the Jews? At that point, all the rabbis and the chief priests and the teachers of the law, they get out the scripture and they consult scripture, and then they say, oh look, the scripture tells us he's going to be born in Bethlehem. So what does that tell us? It tells us that all of our learning and some of the best stuff that we have, it can lead us in the direction of God. It can lead us towards Him. So as we study the created world, we might discover something about who our Maker is. As we engage in philosophy and reason, we can get closer towards understanding there might be a God and what He might be like. But it's really the Scripture that opens up the gates to find Him, and that's why it's so important that we're going to be looking at this for the next year.
And it also tells us that the star isn't enough. The experience of the star isn't enough. It needs the word as well as the experience. But then when they get there, they go to Herod and they say to him, where is the one to be born King of the Jews? And he consults the scribes and the Pharisees, the top religious people, the top teachers. And they tell him, they've got the answer. They know the answer because they've got the scriptures. And then he tells the Magi and they go. And the scribes and the teachers of the law and the religious people and the experts, they know where Jesus is to be born, but they don't go. Because they've got the doctrine, but they haven't got the passion. They haven't got the heart. They don't seek after the Lord. And that's the second lesson for us from this passage. Let us be a people of the word, but also of the Spirit. It's the star and the scriptures together.